Go ahead,
no
hit it.
Dude, this is like almost out.
I know. I want to finish it. Take that rip. Take that rip. Pretty good, right? I forgot what flavor it is.
Oh, yeah.
Item 9. Snuck up on you.
Yeah.
Welcome. All right.
I'm gonna stop dying soon. I promise. Oh shit. Okay, I'm back.
I'm gonna turn into a radio DJ now.
Yeah. Welcome.
95.9 The Edge.
Is that a real station?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just said that.
Cool. Imagine there is an edge out there.
I always wanted to have a radio voice. I think I worked on that when I was a kid. I want to say that, did you ever take one of those tests for like what you would be good at or something? Like,
what do they call those?
Yeah, like.
Is that aptitude?
No. It's like it kind of tells you what like job you would be good for or something.
I know what you're talking about, but no. In my schooling, the only thing that we touched on is we had to do a research paper based on career choices we wanted to do. So whatever we wanted to, like, our dream job would be, we had to create that was our first research paper.
Yeah.
I was in junior high, so we had to do a research paper on it.
No, we did this in high school. I forgot.
I've seen it in TV, so I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like that. It was exactly like that too. And I even met with the counselor or something, which was kind of funny.
Like they went forward with it.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, you need to do this with your life.
This is who you are." So what was yours?
Mine was like radio.
Radio, huh?
Yeah, radio or like sports announcer.
Okay. I could see you doing some kind of like
deep fly to the right. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I played a sports announcer once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In a play?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
It was a play based in New York. It was a really terrible show, I think. A little weird. It was called Two on an Island, some love story. It was a little bit much at the time.
For what grade? What grade was it?
This was a high school production.
Okay.
So, but I was playing an announcer for.
Are we getting feedback? Do you hear that?
A buzzing? Do you hear a buzzing?
Yeah.
I do hear.
Is it just in my headphones? I got no snare in my headphones. It could be the headphones. Okay.
You know, when we do like when I go and clean it up and everything afterwards, maybe it'll be gone.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Word.
Yeah, I don't know what it could be.
You hear it, huh? Yeah, it's a low.
I do hear it now, but I'm not sure if I've ever heard it before.
Nah, I think I would have noticed it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I was a radio announcer, sports announcer it was a 1920s setting, and so it was like a boxing match. Oh, and I had to do it all like, that old timey 1920s, like, and Big Eye Joe, he pulls from the left and or whatever. Yeah, I can't even do it right now, but it was something weird like that.
Old timey.
Yeah. Yeah. I would need like a script to try
to do
it. I don't know. Because I don't know what to say. That's my problem.
But you kind of know what.
If I had something to say over and over, then I could probably come up with it. But I just don't know what to say right now. My mind's a little, on that hit.
On that Item 9, shout out to Item 9 Labs.
Yeah, thank you for that. The clarity in my head is a little
fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's like the old TVs when you had to adjust the antenna, because you were getting too much of that static.
Yeah. I'm still trying to think of the voice. That's all I'm concerned about now. It was like a nasally voice, I think. Not nasally, maybe that's the wrong word, but kind of like when you're speaking a 1920s voice and you have to talk real fast, and it's something like that.
You're never gonna catch me, Kaba.
Yeah, but for the sports, like, and there he swings a left hook and then he goes and boxes people.
Punchy, slam.
Yeah, I can't remember. Oh God, There was a whole thing. And then the idea was that there was like two taxi drivers, I think, or two people driving. One of them was listening to the boxing station and the other person was listening to a more like, and these are the notes of blah, 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 blah. You know, kind of like more sophisticated radio or whatnot.
You should have mouthed like an old timey song, like a something. I don't know.
What?
Like an old timey song.
What old timey song?
You know, like 1920s. Like
see, here's the thing. I don't know what era you're from, but I kind of don't listen to 1920s music on the everyday, so I have no idea what a 1920s song would sound like.
Movies, you know, like you see a movie or something.
God. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it's just my mind right now and I can't think of anything like that.
No, you know what it is I have songs in my head from playing Fallout. Did you ever play Fallout?
Oh, I did play Fallout for a bit, but not anything like too strenuous, I guess. So I don't know. Speaking of Bethesda,
nothing strenuous.
Bethesda does Fallout, right? They do Fallout and Skyrim, right? Bethesda.
Yeah.
Their new one. What is it called? Something in the sky, the space one.
Yeah, what about it? Fallout? You're talking about Fallout?
No. Bethesda is making a game in space, and it's
yeah. I thought
it's supposed to be really big and cool.
I think I sent it.
You might have sent it to me.
I sent it to Zerx.
I know I've been hearing about it. I'm curious about it because, you know, we're trying to like the creme de crop of it all, or however that phrase goes.
Creme de la creme?
The creme de la creme is Star Citizen. Like, have you ever seen gameplay of Starfield? Starfield is theirs. Yes, it looks cool. I'm curious. I want to see like actual gameplay and how it works. Because in like Star Citizen, you want to like you wake up in your dorm, right? And then you've got to walk through these hallways and then elevators to get to places you want to be, to find like if you were really at some weird spaceport and you had to walk like halfway across it just to get to like the hangar bays, just to go down to like hangar 8 to call your ship, you know, like you're not just like pressing a button and I'm going to go fly right now. It's like, if you literally had to do this in real life, what would you have to do? And that's what Star Citizen is. And so Star Citizen is fucking immensely crazy. And it's still in production. This game has been in production since the early 2010s, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even earlier. I do not know, but crazy. And so when we got, what was that? No Man's Sky? That was supposed to be like, oh, this could be the Star Citizen finally coming out for the masses, you know, where you don't need a fucking beast of a computer to run it. And that was like, and I never really played it, but it had really bad reviews at first. Left a lot to be desired. I heard they've added a lot of content now.
Yeah.
And so now that I've heard about Bethesda's Starfield, right? I'm excited for that one too, because who wouldn't want to play Skyrim in space? Yeah,
and look what they've done with, you know, the Fallout games, the role playing games, the interaction. And this time, with the I think
they have fucking Microsoft backing them too. So
yeah, so
hopefully it gets pushed real hard.
It's coming out. It says 2023. It doesn't have an official date, just 2023.
Right.
But it shows nominations. It's already nominated for the Game Award for Most Anticipated Game.
Damn.
So apparently
for this year's Game Awards,
either 2022 or probably 2022.
So we'll see that in like 2023.
That's what the release date is.
Well, I mean the Game Awards.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know when they have these Game Awards.
They have to do it after the year's over, right? Kind of like the movies do, like at the beginning of the year.
It might be for this year's awards, because apparently this game has been
in development for a while.
Yeah, it says since the 90s.
Starfield?
Yeah.
Since the 90s?
They tried to, it says Starfield is a single player sci-fi RPG and studio's first new IP in 25 years. Though the developer attempted to create a game set in space in the 1990s, it ultimately failed and was canceled. So they tried to do this game, I guess, in the 1990s.
Oh, okay. So they haven't been working on this, but they first wanted to do it
Yeah,
in the
that
90s.
was the inception, I guess,
So
since
they've
they
been,
yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
they've been this has been a concept for a long
I
time, I
wonder if they
guess.
were started production on it. Was production the right term for game development? I guess development.
Yeah,
I
development.
wonder if they started development on it in like probably before the Microsoft acquisition, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm looking at all this little like information about it. Like, is Starfield open world? Forget open world. This is open galaxy.
That's the idea, and so that's what like
Yeah,
Star Citizen is. Is like you want to go to a place, you can fly there, or you can like hyper jump there. If you hyper jump on the wrong side of the planet, like you best try to gotta fly around this whole fucking planet, and it takes you just as long as you would think to like real time traveling across fucking galaxies and shit.
yeah. So it says Starfield has more than 1,000 planets for players to explore.
Damn. Well, see, that was the thing about No Man's Sky is that it was supposed to be like that in the beginning, where it was like they would be an infinite amount of planets just created and they were supposed to like evolve on their own and shit like that. And then when it finally came out, it was kind of like dog shit. Um, I again though I haven't played the game, and I'm interested in playing it now because I heard a lot of good things in the most recent development. Hats off to the developer, I guess, because they have not stopped actually like working on this game and fixing things and giving people content. So
Yeah. So apparently, because people are asking how long it's going to take to complete the game, and Todd Howard says that it would take around 30 to 40 hours to complete, and that's without stepping away to do side content. So, if you ever played Skyrim or Fallout, there's always side missions. There's always side things that people ask you to do. Help me with this, help me with that. And it's not any main quest things, but you do get kind of cool shit from it. So, yeah, 30 to 40 hours, dude. And that's not that's if you don't do all that little shit. But yeah, dude, the way that they're, I guess apparently they showcased it at the last Xbox main event they had in June, and people are losing their mind apparently. So it does look like it's gonna be pretty dope.
okay, I'm excited. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I like Star shit. You already know I like future shit, Star shit. Like, I'm all about that. And then I'm also a Fallout fan. I played Fallout 3, Fallout 4,
Fallout 76.
Fallout 76. Yeah. So those games are fun. Dude, the creativity in Fallout is just off the charts, dude. I follow this group on Reddit, dude, and then you just see crazy ass fucking houses and shit that they build, dude, with the resources. It's just like stuff that I would never thought of. Like I've spent hours building shit, and just the stuff, the detail, the layouts, the amount of stuff that they're able to. And there's hacks too on Fallout where you can put more shit than you're supposed to be able
You
to.
like mod it out and shit.
There's ways to hack it so you can put more than you're supposed to be allowed to do. So technically, when you're building those like houses or structures, you're only allowed so many like supplies to do it because they don't want to bog down the servers and shit with crazy shit. But yeah, there's ways to like in-game hack it where you have.
So without like modding the game while you're playing the game, there's like glitches or something you can
There's ways to get
take
around
advantage
it.
of.
Yeah, there's ways to get around it so you can put more than you're supposed to. But
okay,
it's amazing what people think of, dude. I follow them, and people building underground and shit, dude. Like under the actual like level of the game, like part up. Like I don't know how people figure this shit out, dude. They figure out how to put a door, and then you go underneath the map. You actually see. Like, it looks like you're separating yourself from the game.
Oh, that's trippy.
Yeah, so it was like you're in like.
Are you not normally supposed to be going underground? I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going into like purgatory, dude. Like it's all white and shit, dude. Like, yeah, it looks all gnarly. Like you're not supposed to be down there, you know. Like people, this is stuff that I just like from playing with other dudes. They show me like, yo, look at this. Look what you can do. Like, I'm like, all right. But yeah, and then I see like Reddit dudes doing crazy shit too, and I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers. But yeah, if it's anything like that, who knows what they're gonna be able to do in fucking space, dude? Hack a planet.
That fucking wine is bothering me now.
I know, right?
I don't know what it is. I hope it's not on playback.
Pause it.
I don't want to pause it. I'll just go with it. That's our authenticities. If we have wine and it's going to be experienced, everyone's going to experience the wine together.
Okay, I get the authenticity, but it's also there is an annoying factor, and people will not listen if it's too annoying. And I don't know if it's coming through.
I don't know if it's
just
coming through.
Pause it for a second.
I don't want to.
We'll check the chords. It'll take a second, dude.
I'm sure it's fine.
What, dude? Pause the.
Look, I can always fix it in post.
Pause it.
Nah.
We'll check all the chords. We'll just unplug it, plug it back in. It'll take a second. It'll take a second, dude.
I don't think it's the chords. I think it's got to be something else.
Well, at least we can try, and then if it'll take a minute.
It's like an electrical wine. It could just be the headphones, man. Because
unplug the headphones. Unplug yours and see if it goes away. But if we're both hearing it. Oh, it went up. Oh, is it because my cord is plugged in right there? Unplug it. The cord that I have plugged in. Is that creating it? Yep. Haha. See?
It was you.
See? Oh, yeah. Me? It's your system.
That's not my system. It was your Apple adapter. I don't know. Plug it into that wall and see if it does the same thing.
You told me that it won't.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, it's gone.
Yeah, I told you what it was.
Yeah.
You just have to think about the variables. There's only so many variables in any equation.
That shit hit me hard, man. I'm still feeling that I don't even know if I'm going to recover.
Oh, I knew it. Dude, because with any kind of like problem, there's only so many.
So for everybody listening who doesn't know what the fuck's going on, because we've been really bad at explaining this. At least I have. I don't know. I'm talking too much now. But it was a wine coming from his MacBook's power brick.
Yeah.
Plugged into the wall.
Not into the wall.
Well, not into the wall. It's into a power strip.
Yeah.
And this power strip happens to be our headphone cables tucked under the desk with the power strip. And so we've never had an issue, but it seems like we're picking up something from that
charging brick. Yeah.
Yeah. So we fixed it. I apologize if the wine was on there for you guys, but we fixed it. It was a very quick fix. All we did was pull it off of the power strip.
You're going too deep now.
And now the MacBook's not charging, but it's okay because we don't need that.
We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
You really are messed up.
I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry.
I know what happened. You smoked. That's what happened.
I don't know why that hit me so hard, though. Why did it hit me so hard?
See, and you were talking shit. You're like,
there's nothing left in there. Yeah, I could hit it again.
There's barely
maybe that'll. Here, let me see it.
Oh, there you go. When you're drunk, you're supposed to drink more.
Well, it might counter itself.
You might level out.
I might level out eventually. You know?
No, it's good shit, dude.
It's not a chargeable battery, huh?
Yeah, you take off the top. Unscrew it.
Yeah, you charge it that way. Okay, this is a pretty cool little base.
Yeah, it's a nice battery. I've just bought it because I don't know. After a while, I get tired of my batteries, and then I just buy a new one.
And
they're so cheap.
Crystal is like a variable one.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts it too high. That shit hurts me.
Yeah, I have one of those cool ones too. But I was at the store, and I was like, "Give me your shit." Those ones they'll come in handy. They're just inhale starters. You know, I have ones with buttons. I don't know.
That just seems real nice and
dude. I saw your shit at the
packs.
Yeah, the packs. They wanted to charge me like $300 for
That's how much it is.
Motherfuckers.
That thing costs $300.
God damn it.
Maybe like $250 on a deal or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was two something.
I think when I got mine, I paid $300 for it, but I got a shit ton of accessories.
Yeah, see, that was just a box of the packs, you know, like I was like, I think I could find a better deal than that.
I got it straight from their website. So let's see here. Oh, no. Look, it's discounted right now.
Tell them you're not 21.
No.
See, $200. See,
it's a special $50 off, $250.
See, they were upcharging those
and
motherfuckers.
Look, you got different green. You got sand, burgundy,
Ron Burgundy,
sage, onyx.
I think I'll get a sand, dude.
The complete kit comes with the mouthpiece, raised mouthpiece, charger, maintenance kit, oven lid, the half pack oven lid. Oh, this is everything I got.
Yeah, that should be
for $250. If you want just basic, it's just $200. So yeah, get this one. That's a better deal.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I was like,
that's a better deal.
Wait, how come wasn't there a discount? What happened to discount?
That is the discount. Oh wait, what did happen to the discount?
I don't know.
And another 10% off.
Put my email.
What's your email?
I don't want to say.
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
No, don't say it. Here, I'm gonna put it to the digital Cortex email.
Oh no!
No, that don't work.
Yeah, I'll just show you on my phone. But yeah, if anyone's listening, we do have an Instagram page. Check us out on Instagram.
What if they can hear my key clicks and they figure out what I'm typing?
Then that's pretty sophisticated, and they deserve it at that point. Yeah,
I'm sure if I refresh this page, the discount will come back.
But yeah, I might get that. I was checking it out. They got some cool shit actually that I do want to investigate on too. They have some little
their little pod stuff is what they're getting real popular for now.
They had another brand. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but they had another brand that makes these little water it looks like a little mini bong. It's real small and you fill it. You have water that you put it in. It's rechargeable and it looks pretty cool. It was for wax and flour.
There it is. It came back. Oh, it's only on the sage color.
Well, then sage it is, motherfuckers.
Sage it is. The sage color is discounted. This is the New York Times, April 2020, the best portable vaporizer.
Word.
Apparently.
Well, what's 2021's best? I'm going to go look that up and buy that one instead. I'm just kidding.
No.
Oh, look, they got different levels. Okay, maybe.
So the Era, what is this? Works with oil extracts.
Oh.
There's no PAX app, so no Bluetooth. The next one up is the Era Pro. That just says the same thing. No, it has a bigger battery and has a PAX app.
It does have the app. So the second to highest one has a. How much is that one?
That one's $70.
That's only $70. Why is it cheaper?
It's very thin. It does the
everything else that yours does?
No, nothing. It just does oil extracts.
So that's just for wax.
Those little cartridges. You see?
Oh, okay. That's just
you have to buy the cartridges.
That's the PAX one. Yeah, they sell packs at the stores.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is the base for it.
Oh, okay. That's just a charger.
Yeah, you have to use the pods. The other one is this. So they have the PAX 2.
That's what you have.
No, I have the PAX 3.
Okay. That's what we were looking at.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the best one.
That's their best one. 22 seconds to heat up.
It does flour and
has
wax?
The app. Yes. The deal with the Sage, the complete thing, comes with that little concentrate oven attachment. And so you just pop that in there after throwing
Have
the
you
wax.
used it?
Use it all the time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That shit
hard.
hard.
What am I talking about?
That was good. The best thing about it, though, is I think that variable heating. Because if you when you pack the flour into it and you could start off a little lower, I start like around like 380, 390 at the degrees for it, and then
does it recommend a temperature?
You can go online, figure it out, and then towards the end, that's when I'll pump it up to like its highest, which is 420.
Yeah.
And so, you get the last bit of burn in there, and then that's what it hits hard. Or if you just want to hit hard right away, you throw that shit in high gear, you put it on the boost mode, and it changes the way it draws and heats things as you draw. So it's all fancy fucking technology and shit. The only downfall I have found about it is the app. So when you turn it off, the app, and you turn it back on, the app doesn't recognize that it's disconnected and reconnected. So you just got to force close the app, go slide it off the screen.
Oh, okay.
And then just open it again.
That's if you have the app still open.
Yeah. So if you turn it off and you have the app still open, like, you weren't done with what's in there, but you were stopping your session.
Yeah.
Just close the app and then open the app again. You shake it and it pairs. And then I've never
You have to
used
shake the packs?
That's how you put it into pairing mode.
Oh.
So if it doesn't connect immediately, you just give it a shake and it pairs up to the phone.
Interesting.
Yeah. But the interesting thing too is that, mine's always just been the green color, but you could change the colors. So there's a whole different theme of colors for the LED on it. And then there's supposed to be a couple games you can play with those LEDs as well.
So does it have like a sensor on it, or does it play the game while you inhale?
No, I think it's like a shaking sensor thing. I don't know. Maybe it's inhale. I'd never played the games.
It's all keep smoking until you can't anymore.
That's the game I play.
That's the only game I know.
That's the only game I know. And it's worked so far. So why change it?
Yeah.
Oh, here's your telephone.
Telefono. Let's go into space.
Have you seen, another news thing? The new images from the Webb telescope.
Dude, that shit is intense,
right?
Dude.
I saw this guy who took those images and then zoomed out to our perspective to look at the nebula that they took a picture of. And I was like, damn, that fucking shit is crazy.
Well, did you hear Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about it?
No.
Check out this motherfucker.
What did he say? I love that guy. He's so cool.
Oh, shit. Damn it. He might have...
Did he delete it?
No, I think he posted it on his story.
Oh. Just tell me what he said.
Well, he was breaking it down, dude. He's a science dude. I'm gonna sound stupid.
Just do your best. But it's okay.
If you look at the images, he said to ignore the starry ones, the ones that are with the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is an entire galaxy unto itself.
Yes, I've looked at those and I've seen them and I'm like, holy shit, they're all small little galaxies.
Those are mini little fucking galaxies, dude.
I mean, they're not mini, but they're so far away.
Well, they're mini in the picture.
Yes.
Yeah, they're galaxies.
Yeah, galaxies.
Yeah, no, they're mini in the picture, but each one is its own fucking, dude.
I know, it's so fucking
wild. Then notice
wild.
that many distort into arcs. These are distant galaxies that reveal the curvature of space-time caused by the gravity of a cluster of galaxies in image's center. Yeah, so
I don't know what you just said, but it sounded important.
Yeah, just know that each of those little saucer things in the image are a galaxy.
Oh, yeah, I know. I got that.
Yeah, once you start breaking it, he broke it down even more in the video. I wish I could find it, but yeah, that shit was awesome, dude. He definitely is more intelligent about explaining exactly what's going on in that image. But from what I was listening, I was like, holy shit, this is blowing my oh, maybe he talked about it in Star Talk.
The first image from the James Webb Space... Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
The first image from the James Webb Space Telescope. And
Is
here
that
it
up all the
is.
way?
Galaxies to the edge of
You moved
time.
up higher.
Oh my gosh. You know how big and airy this is on the sky? Take a grain of sand, hold it at arm's length, and ask, how much of the sky does that cover? This is the area covered by that grain of sand, as seen by the James Webb Space Telescope, 1,000,000 miles from Earth. Oh my gosh. Oh, by the way, there's some spiky stuff here. These are just stars sitting on our nose on our own Milky Way galaxy, and it's called diffraction spikes, and it happens from the hardware inside the telescope. So just ignore these. Look at everything else that's in this image, especially they're galaxies that take the shape of arcs. These are really distant galaxies, minding their own business, and they happen to move by a supermassive cluster of galaxies halfway to us. And in moving through the fabric of space and time, they got distorted because of the gravity of this supercluster. Oh my gosh. And so it forms arcs that make a circular pattern around the center of the image. There's a lot going on here. Oh my gosh. Just congratulations to NASA, the thousands of scientists, engineers, Northrop Grumman, and everybody else who made this real, bringing the universe down to Earth. Keep looking up.
Damn.
So that
Shout out to Neil deGrasse Tyson for putting that in layman's speak.
that's incredible. The image is incredible. All of the stuff it captured.
The technology and everything about it is incredible. Like
But
they
what he
compare those
started-
images to like the Hubble telescope. Just massive difference.
Yeah, because I mean, we have atmosphere, we have all these things in the way of our images from Earth. So to be out in space and to be that far away, you can just take a different type. But like he was saying in the very beginning, think about holding a grain of sand
Yes.
and how much of an image.
Oh no, I got all of his shit.
Yeah,
Man.
so that's the image that it took.
Oh yeah.
So there's more.
Yes, I know. It's because that's all they're showing us. But the truth is that it's hiding in the bigger image. You know,
It's
fucking
infinite.
aliens.
This is
fucking aliens.
It's hard to understand what infinite is in an infinite galaxy.
Just
Infinite
never ending.
planets, infinite stars.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand because it's hard. It's hard to understand. I barely understand, and I'm saying it.
Mhm.
So like, there is so much out there, and that's why he's losing his mind. You know, like for a science guy like him, you know, that studies this kind of stuff. It's just got to be mind blowing. You know, that he's able, because you know, I'm sure as him being a kid and always looking up at the stars, but I mean that's one of the things that we can say that we've always connected with our ancestors is that we've all looked up at the stars, you know, throughout time. And we have images, we have cave drawings, you know, of the stars. You know, that's always been on our mind. So, I mean, and then, you know, people speculate about who or what has been to the planet and, you know, the way the pyramids were built.
Aliens.
In coordination with the constellation. So, I mean, that's always been a part of our history is the stars. So it's just more amazing information that we keep getting. It's more, I mean, just think about where we're going to be at in 10 years, 20 years, 50 years.
Shit.
The information that we'll have about not only our galaxy, but all the other galaxies around us. It's just, there's just no way to say that there is no intelligent life out there.
It's definitely breaking my brain for sure.
Especially right now.
Yeah. For real, Zan.
Yeah, it's deep.
Fuck.
It's deep.
It is.
And it's almost too much. It's like when I see like an image like that, it reminds me of being at the Grand Canyon and just staring and just being like, whoa.
I know.
And I wasn't the only one. Like I said, when I was walking around, I could just see it on everybody's kind of face. There was people not talking. It was almost like a religious experience, you know, like we were all taking it in. We were all just kind of taking pictures. Everybody was kind of, there wasn't like, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. The mood was just not like anything I felt in a while because everybody was kind of feeling it. We were all, I mean, everybody, don't get me wrong, everybody was still talking and stuff like that, but it was just different. It's just I would recommend anybody to go. Just go look at it. Go see it for yourself. It's hard to put in words the image that I saw. I showed you on my camera, but that still doesn't even do it justice, because your eyes just keep looking, and the way that your vision is, you're trying to always like, you're trying to get a bearing of your surroundings, as you step on a step, as you go down or up, whenever you're walking. And that was just like overload, dude, for your brain. At least it was for me. I was starting to feel like, whoa, like I was really high. Like if when you get like on top of your roof or something when you're a kid and you're like, whoa, I'm so high right now, like you're like, holy shit, like your brain just doesn't like, you're like freaking out. Did you ever jump off the roof of your house?
No. What the fuck? What are you talking about? No, I never jumped off the roof of my house.
Did you guys have a 2-story?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we had a 1-story.
I mean, I sat at the windowsill once or twice.
Yeah, we had a 1-story, and it wasn't super high up. And yeah, I remember jumping off of that thing.
The fuck, man? How tall were you?
Just jump on the grass. Whoa. It's not that high. I don't know. It didn't feel that high at the time.
I think the highest thing I ever jumped off as a kid was my bunk bed.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I don't know. I probably stubbed a toe or some shit.
Dude, I have a story about bunk beds.
Go for it. Let me hear the story.
We had bunk beds growing up as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And in our room, it was me and my brother. We shared a room. He's 4 years younger than me, right? Yeah. And no, 3 years younger than me, because I was a senior and he was a freshman. I slept on the top for, because I'm the oldest. I'm like, yeah, bitch, I'm on the top.
I get the top bunk.
I get top bunk, motherfucker. But it was a wooden, standard bunk bed. It was pretty tall. Like when you got on the top bunk, the ceiling was pretty close. Like we're like, whoa. And I remember sleeping on the top one night, and we had just tile in our room. We didn't have carpet. And our floors were always cold. But it was kind of cool, because being in Arizona, you want cool. So it probably made our room cooler because of it. But I slept on the top, and I remember one night, I was probably maybe 10, 11 maybe. And I remember one night I was sleeping up there, and the top bunk had like a railing, the bed was a little sunken in. So you felt that edge. It wasn't like you're just going to roll off. So there was some kind of protected barrier kind of thing. But I remember sleeping on the top bunk, and I just like, I was like, I woke up and I was just crying. And I was like, and I was like, and I looked around and I was on the floor.
Dude, you just woke up crying on the floor and you didn't even know it?
And I was like, oh shit. And then I got up and I was like, oh, I just kind of like, it didn't hurt. Nothing hurt, like my elbow, my head, nothing. I didn't have any marks or anything. And then I just got up and I just like crawled. I just stepped up the ladder and went back to sleep. But after that, I was like, nah, dude, you can sleep on the top. I'm not going to fall out the top anymore, dude.
I always slept on the top. But you know what? I don't know why it made me think of this, but I think it's because we had a bunk bed in that room. But there was a time when I was young, real young little whippersnapper, probably about like maybe 6 years old. Something like that.
Yeah.
7. I think I almost killed myself.
From the top bunk?
No, it's totally different than the bunk.
Oh, okay. Well, you said the
My
bunk.
mom had me plug in the vacuum, right?
Okay, vacuum. All right.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but like
you put the cord around your neck.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Almost, I guess. I was trying to look for something, but like, the prongs. Do you see the prongs?
Yeah.
I put my finger between the prongs.
Yeah.
And I plugged it into the outlet.
Oh my God. That's
and I'm
awesome.
starting to think about it now as like, that shit should kill you, right? What the fuck?
Dude,
Holy shit.
The lights in the room just got brighter, dude, for no reason.
That light bulb just came to life. Dude, what if
You still
my
have
whole
powers.
life. I have like
You still have
electrical powers now because I didn't die, and now like they're now emerging. Hold on.
Can you turn it down?
I'm trying.
Yeah, it's not working.
No.
As soon as you started talking, it's unconscious. You can't think about it.
Okay, let's see. Don't think about powers.
Don't
think about superpowers.
Don't think about
Don't think about electricity.
All right, just keep telling the story. Maybe it'll go down.
All right. So yeah, I remember shocking myself and my mom being like, "Are you okay?"
Wait, go back to when you shocked yourself though. Like, did you pull back real fast, or were you stuck?
I don't think I was stuck.
Okay.
I think I plugged it in,
and it gave you that shock.
and it gave me a shock immediately, and I pulled back or I fell off of it.
Okay.
Because with the finger in there, it's not going to go in all the way. It's not going to lock.
Yeah, but you know how when you shock yourself, sometimes you can like your hand gets stuck. Like,
If my body did stiff up and get stuck, the weight of the cord or whatever probably
just naturally pulled
with me because I was stuck to that, not the outlet.
Yeah.
But I remember things going black.
Whoa.
So
you
I remember
got a super volt.
I remember everything going black. Well, it's like 240 volts, isn't it?
I don't know what a standard
or was it
outlet
like
is.
150 or something?
Yeah,
125?
250 sounds like a lot, dude. Isn't that like a washer and dryer?
Maybe, yeah. I think it's like 125.
120 maybe? 120 volt?
120. 120 sounds right.
Look up a standard outlet. Let's see. Let's get an answer to this question. How much is a standard voltage on the outlet? In the house outlet.
Okay. Most electrical wall plugs are blah, 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 depending on the breaker size, 1800 watts. Most breakers are 15 amps, supplying 120 volts.
Yeah. Okay.
The next breaker is 20, supplying.
So it's 120, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that makes sense. Yeah, and then I think a washer is like a 240 volt.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, I remember everything going black, and then so that's what I'm thinking about it now. I was like, damn, maybe I should have died because I was thinking when you fell, I was like, dude, what? How come you didn't get injured or anything? And now I'm thinking like, fuck, I shocked myself pretty bad. I would think, right? Everything turned black. I remember looking at my mom and thinking that the whole room was, to me, it was like I was in a dark room at night.
So the lights just turned off. You remember
everything
that. But your eyes
black.
were open?
Yes.
Whoa.
And here's the thing, and I'll always remember this, is that I looked at my mom.
But you couldn't see her.
I couldn't see her. Like I can make out a figure of her. And she looked at me and said, "Are you okay?" And the thing I'll always remember is that everything around her figure was black and dark, right? Except for her eyes and her mouth were white.
Eyes and mouth were white.
So it was just white in the spot that her eyes should be and white on her mouth.
You ever seen
and so it's like just as if her mouth and eyes were made out of light.
You ever seen At World's End with Simon Pegg?
Yes.
Remember the robots when they like go crazy and they're like their eyes, yeah, like
it was
that.
like that.
Okay.
So except she's like talking to me and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I just
still said yeah.
I said yeah.
It's so funny how we always say yeah, right?
And then I just plugged the vacuum in normal.
You start vacuuming and you can't see.
And that was it. That was it. And then I just remember being like dazed out for a second.
Did you shake it off eventually?
I think eventually everything just started coming back together.
Your system went offline for a second, dude.
Yeah. I'm thinking I might have like messed up like half my body. Because like, look, if I smile, this side of my face, my lip doesn't curve up.
Well, I can't see your microphone. Oh, yeah. One side does go higher than the other.
Yeah, this side curves. This side just stays flat.
It's almost like, but how do you know? You know, because like, was it always like that?
And then like on my beard here, like this side has like parts where it doesn't grow as much as this side. So I'm thinking I plugged in the vacuum with my right hand, you know.
Oh, went up your right arm.
I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I grounded myself somewhere and that could have saved my life. I don't know. Or is grounding bad?
Well, no, grounding's good. You want to be grounded.
Yeah, you want to be grounded.
Yeah, if you're not grounded, that's how you get shocked. But
I don't know, man. So it was was something I just remembered.
Well, you remember pretty vividly for only being like 6, right?
Because it was like a big thing. You remember big things like that, you know?
Yeah, it's funny how those memories are like stamped into you. Like, you remember this shit, motherfucker, so you don't do it again, you know? I mean, that's an evolution thing, you know, that we have built in. You know, when you have a traumatic situation, your memory stamps it like, hey, don't die, motherfucker, you know?
Could you imagine, though, if I did die and the shit my mom would have to deal with? She would be so mad at me.
Well, like all the porno mags or something, or what?
What?
I don't know.
I was 6 years old. I'm talking about like, okay, imagine this. Imagine like you have your 6-year-old.
Yeah.
You tell your 6-year-old to plug in the vacuum. They go to plug it in, and then they get shocked, and they immediately just die.
Oh.
Yeah. And now, so what you got to do? You got to explain to your wife, hey, I told the 6-year-old to plug in the vacuum, and they're dead now. What? They're dead. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Yeah, just to let you know, my 6-year-old died from plugging in the vacuum. And then you got to be like, you know, police and people are going to be like, so what the fuck happened? Well, they went to plug in the vacuum and they died.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's neglect.
No, it's an accident. I mean, they would see the marks on your hand, you know. If you get shocked pretty good, you're going to have some burn marks. Look up this. How about Google this?
Mm-hmm.
How many kids die from vacuum-related injuries?
How many kids?
Because, I mean, not to laugh at death, but, you know, it's just a funny concept, you know, like there has to be some kind of statistic about it. On average, no data.
Well, let's see here.
Oh shit!
Oh, this is a government report,
and it's redacted.
Product instability or tip over injuries and fatalities associated with televisions, furnitures, and appliances.
Okay, so it's grouped
January
in
2021.
Okay, it's grouped into the.
Let's see if we can find vacuum
related injuries.
Okay, appliance examples are Eric. Oh, so it's going to get put in with appliances.
Yeah.
So where's the table of contents for appliances? Oh my gosh, there's charts and everything. This thing's huge. It's a 43-page report. Emergency department treated injuries, reported fatalities.
I guess just do a fine for appliances.
Different appliances, because that was the only thing for vacuum. Okay. Appliances.
And then just do yeah.
Well, it's all in the table of contents. Tip over injuries, tip over products, reported fatalities. I don't know where I'm starting with this report.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
You turned it off.
As soon as I couldn't figure out what I was doing, the light in my head just went out. It was like epiphany. I almost died.
Yeah.
I don't know how to read a giant government report with charts.
Whoa. It's flickering.
All tip overs for all television related.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
What does a tip over mean?
Tip over? Like a television falling on somebody, dude.
Really?
Yeah, television's falling people all the time, dude. Haven't you seen those videos where a cat jumps on the TV and it just fucking falls on the dude? Yeah, there you go. The light turned on.
I think it's just the bulb is weird.
Yeah. I know. But it was, you know, we could have kept it up, Steve. You didn't have to. Dude, I'm getting texts like a motherfucker.
Who's texting you?
I don't know. I think Rob.
Death by vacuum cleaner. I was vacuuming the stairs to my second floor, backing my way down, manhandling the vacuum. I don't know where the rest of this goes. Vacuum cleaners as murderers, weapons. Vacuum cleaner severs man's penis. Oh, come on, man.
Whoa. I mean, that would. What are you doing, man? You know how you're supposed to be using that vacuum.
51-year-old man seeking sexual gratification from a vacuum cleaner.
Yes, we know.
Nearly bled to death when the machine cut off half an inch of his penis.
Oh.
The intoxicated man, oh man, I think it gets better, first told police that someone had stabbed him in the crotch as he slept as he slept, someone came and stabbed him in the crotch. Sorry, officer. So what happened was I woke up and then my dick was missing.
I was on my couch, right? And I'm just laying there minding my own business. Some dude just comes in and stabs my dick.
Damn. All right. Long Beach Public Safety Director Louis Napolitano said, however, officers who responded on Monday's call for help instead realized the man had hoped to obtain sexual pleasure from the appliance's suction.
Yeah. No, that was right. It was sexual pleasure.
But what he didn't realize is that there's a blade in the vacuum cleaner right under where the hose attaches that pushes the dust into the collection bag.
Oh my God.
When the man, who was not identified by police, turned on the vacuum cleaner, the blade cut off part of his penis. The victim told detectives he did not remember the incident.
Holy shit.
Doctors at Monmouth Medical Center were able to stop the bleeding, but were unable to reattach the severed part.
Word.
Napolitano said he was listed in stable condition Tuesday.
What is this story from?
This is from...
What year? I want another year.
May 13th, 1998.
Oh, shit.
This is on the Associated Press's news website. And it looks like this is from Long Branch, New Jersey. So it was a New Jersey man.
Oh, man. That hurt me.
Yeah. So that we could...
So
I don't know if we found specific vacuum related deaths.
No, yeah.
But we did find some vacuum related injuries not involving children.
You might have been the first, dude. It's not a normal thing.
I'm not dead.
No, I said you might have been the first. Yes, I know you're not dead.
The first kid to be injured by a vacuum?
What if I was doing this podcast this whole time with a dead person, dude?
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, now we're going into Sixth Sense, dude. Like this whole time I've been walking and talking to myself and people just think I'm crazy.
My secretary said some fucking shit like that. Oh yeah, I was telling her that when I was working, I was climbing on this chair to reach this shelf and this chair almost fell back.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh man, I felt like I almost was gonna fall back and die. And she's like, come on, let's be real. You really did. And I was like, fall back and die? I think you'd be speaking to a ghost right now if that happened. Yeah. And she's like, no, you fell back and just didn't want to tell us. It's not true. Did not fall back.
Why don't you get a ladder? I
did. Oh, okay. I got myself a little step stool ladder.
Yeah, there you go, man. That's the shit.
Now I can reach the top shelves.
Word.
Yep. I actually went and
I don't know. I was so happy about that, but
got supplies for our office and stuff from Home Depot, and they took me on the company card and $730
later. You got to get a drink, right? Did you add a drink in there?
No.
Why, dude?
But it was $730 spent at Home Depot.
Yeah, I would have got a drink.
A whole bunch of shit. What kind of drink am I going to get? A Home Depot credit card?
Right when you're checking out, they got
soda?
drinks. Yeah.
You think I should have bought a soda and right off a fucking soda as well?
You need
I
refreshments.
went to Home Depot to get supplies. What's that? It's a soda.
Yes, my throat was parched.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you imagine? I don't know. Maybe next time we'll do that and we'll see what happens. To be like, did you really just buy a soda on the company's purchase order? It's like,
yeah, dehydration was imminent. You know, like they couldn't afford it.
It was kind of like a necessity at the time.
Yeah, so. It's hot. You know how hot it is?
It was justifiable.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it is 115 outside where we live.
Is it really 115 right now?
I don't know if it is today.
Oh no, you're close, man. It's 105.
Yeah,
it's 105 right now.
I'm just saying. On
and
any
to give you
given
that
day,
perspective, it's 105 at 6:55 p.m.
Yeah, and when the sun goes down, it will be 101 or 90.
90 something?
It's in 99 range, dude.
Oh, actually, this says 108 on my phone, but the computer says 105. So it's around there.
Yeah, it varies, but it's close to 100 at night when the sun's down. It does not cool down that much. So, yeah, it is believable, and it would have not been questioned. 100%.
100%. So, you have some sports news.
Yeah, we can get into that.
So let's get into it with Random Style Sports Minute. Sports Minute.
All right. So I guess the latest. I mean, Summer League is on. You don't know what the Summer League is, but the Summer League
for who? NBA?
Yeah, Summer League is basically their kind of preseason-ish kind of style. They don't do they have a preseason for teams, but this is kind of like a way for the young players to kind of play some games, get out there, show what they got against some competition. So, I mean, NBA really never stops. It's a game that can always be played. You can play it in your backyard. It's so transferable to anybody. All you need is a hoop and a ball. So Summer League just makes the most sense for teams to kind of get their draft picks out there, start playing some games, start getting some time on the court because it's valuable time. And they evaluate talent. This is where all the GMs are meeting, all the owners hang out, players. They're kind of rubbing shoulders.
Yeah.
This is how trades get done, So, they've been out there at it, and there hasn't been much trade news in the last week or so. Everybody thought for sure once Durant made his wishes felt that he wanted to be traded, and he named the Suns and the Miami Heat as his two top teams that something would happen, but it looks like the Nets have just kind of been dragging their feet, not really interested in the offers they're getting. They want the most they can get. Rudy Gobert, the center for the Utah Jazz, he was traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he's a good player. He's a center. If you had to look at his stats, you would see that he is not an offensive player. By any means. So he's not going to score very much for your team, but he has won Defensive Player of the Year. He can shut people down in the middle. He's great at it. He's a rebounder. He blocks shots. Tall guy. He's still pretty young. He's in his prime. So the Timberwolves just surrendered a ridiculous amount for him. They gave 4 first-round picks, which is huge in itself. But on top of it, they gave him a bunch of players too, like 4 to 5 players.
Oh, shit.
So for one guy.
I know, like, damn.
And one of the players that they gave Utah was their first round draft pick. They just drafted a guy. So technically, they gave 5 picks to the Jazz. Which is all the experts are just their minds blown. They can't believe that the Timberwolves gave up this much for a center, and not only that is the other equation to this is that Minnesota Timberwolves have a center already. They have a guy, Karl Anthony Towns.
How does that guy feel about all this?
Well, he's gonna still be on the court.
But I mean, like.
He's just going to be moved a little bit. I mean, he probably likes it because then he doesn't have to be playing so much defense. He can be out in the perimeter. He does shoot threes, so he can do some other stuff.
I would just think that makes me feel bad, like, oh, I've not been doing a good job.
Well, you could see it that way, but it most likely he's fine with it. But it's just kind of odd because the way the NBA has been trending, it's all been threes. Everybody shoot threes. You can't be on the court unless you shoot a 3. So, I mean, the center, the Shaquille O'Neal.
I made my first 3-pointer recently.
That's awesome. The first one ever?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I think it was like kids' height court. So
I don't care. We're scrubbing that. Edit this part. You don't get to have it. I'm just kidding.
I was very proud of it.
No, it's cool. That's where you go around, you mess around, and you dunk on those little courts. You do 360 dunks and shit.
I could not dunk, but
no, you can't reach the rim. You can't even grab the rim.
No, I'm not talking like small little kids. Probably like junior high school level.
Well,
court.
There's usually only 2 levels. There's a 10-foot, and then there's usually like a 6-foot or something, or I think a 6-foot.
I don't think it was 6 foot, because if it's 6 foot, I'd be able to reach it.
So
then maybe it is 10 feet.
If it's a 10-foot, if it was just at a kid's court, it was probably 10 foot. Yeah, Well, we'll talk about it later. Anyways, we'll give you that 3 then on further review.
Okay.
So
I'll
anyways,
take
it's just kind of funny that they, it's kind of interesting and it's perplexing for a lot of, owners, no, I shouldn't say owners, analysts and, people that regularly talk about the NBA. They can't believe that they did that trade. It's just for that guy because he doesn't bring any offense to your team, and these scores are getting up to 120, 150 sometimes because the teams are shooting so many threes. So it's just interesting that they made that trade. But in doing so, this is why I talked about it, is because they did that before Durant said or made his wishes known about wanting to be traded, I think. Or it might have happened really close to when he said, I want to be traded. So Durant is definitely a better player than Rudy Gobert. And if Rudy Gobert got 5 draft picks and a bunch of players, what do you think the Nets are going to want, for a top tier superstar, Kevin Durant, guy that takes over a team? You give him the ball in the fourth quarter when the game is on the line. He's up there. I don't want to say he's going to be the greatest of all time, but you can make arguments at his height. Nobody has ever done what he's done. The shooting percentage is off the charts. He's pretty much a 7-footer. So he's built like a center, but he can shoot threes. He can drive. He can dribble. He can make any shot on the court. So he's just a phenomenal player. And, but he's also older. He's not as young as Rudy Gobert. So that is one down. But I mean, once a team surrenders that kind of haul for Rudy Gobert, then it's like Kevin Durant's. You automatically raise the value of Kevin Durant now. So now what is he worth? 7 draft picks? 10 draft picks? I don't know. If you were just going to do draft picks, but you got to give at least 4 draft picks and a good player. Maybe not a superstar, but
I did not know there was so much math involved in all this.
Yeah. Yeah, there's trades analysts. There's people that put stuff into trade calculators and try to because you do have to figure out salaries and stuff like that because there is limits to how much you can spend on players in certain situations. So there's no cap, but there is hard cap situations where if you make those kind of trades, but I don't want to get into that. Anyways, so yeah, and nothing has happened with Durant. He's still in Brooklyn. Nothing has happened with Kyrie, even though it looked like for sure that the Lakers were going to get Kyrie because he made his wishes known too as well that he wanted to be in LA, and they started working on that trade. But apparently Brooklyn's asking for Russell Westbrook and 2 first-round draft picks. And then the Lakers came back and said, we'll give you Russell Westbrook and 1 draft pick. And then the Nets countered with Kyrie and one of their players. And then, it's just been going back and forth. They haven't been able to come to an agreement, basically, the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets. So I mean, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of former NBA players that are thinking that it's just going to end up, they think that they're going to just end up staying on the team and they're going to play this year out and then see what happens at the end. And DeAndre Ayton was all mixed into this talk. So he was one of the pieces that they were thinking about trading to get Kevin Durant. That would make the most sense. He was the biggest asset we had and the youngest one that we could give up or was willing to give up for Kevin Durant. It looked like the Brooklyn Nets weren't interested in DeAndre Ayton. So we would have to get like a third team involved or DeAndre Ayton goes to that team and then that team sends a player to Brooklyn and draft picks and we send draft, it was going to be a whole
mess of fucking shit to do.
You can get really complicated with some of these trades.
It's already lost me, man. I don't know.
This is deep, man.
This is so deep.
Yeah, you think sports is just, a bunch of dribbling around and dunking, but there's a lot of strategy that goes into these off seasons, man. These off seasons are active.
I had no idea. It's like this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, this is opening up a whole another world to you, probably.
It really, I just thought, okay, well, they're done now, and they'll be back.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
But
So
no, there's a whole fucking shit still going on in the background.
It's been a saga. So we didn't sign DeAndre Ayton to an extension. His rookie contract is up. So the kind of contract he had was a restricted free agent. So he could potentially sign with another team, but we have the right to match it.
Yes. I remember you telling me that was the thing, like that Phoenix put into all their clauses, is that if another team offers somebody, we can match it and keep them.
Yeah, it's not in all the contracts for the Suns, but this particular one, it was in there. So there's unrestricted free agents and the restricted free agents, and he happened to be on a restricted free agent contract. And so today, the Indiana Pacers offered him a contract. It was 3 years at $133 million, I want to say. Let me look at the exact.
Is that per year?
No. That's 3 years. And you divide it into 133 or 4 years.
4 years. So 133 million divided by 4.
133 divided by 4, yeah. That gets your average.
We've got numbers here. Oh, that's not right. 133 divided by 4 is $33.25 million a year.
And then divide 33.25 into 100 into 82 games.
33.25 divided by
82 games.
Oh shit!
In a year.
33.25 million.
So they get game checks.
Let's just take
every game they get a check. You play, you get a check.
That is $405,487.80 per game.
Per game. That's what he's making. So,
holy fucking shit. Damn, that's so much money when you like put it down like that.
Yeah.
Every time I watch this guy on TV, he's making $405,000.
Yep. And he gets a check in the mail, puts that shit in the bank.
Damn, son.
That's why they're walking around with fucking chains.
Wait, they don't just do direct deposit? They send a check? That sounds irresponsible.
They could. I mean, I don't know their banking preferences. You know,
I'm thinking like actually they might just do a wire transfer, right? So they only pay them per game.
Yeah, you get paid for each game you play. If you don't play,
what if you're like benched? You don't go onto the court at all. Do you get paid?
If you're available, you should be paid. Yeah, if you missed a game, you wouldn't be paid.
What about injury?
Injury doesn't count. You're injured. Yeah.
So they'll still pay you for it.
Yeah, you're still going to get that game check.
Okay, but let's say you're just like fucking, I don't even give no fucking shits and I don't show up.
You don't show up, you don't get paid, motherfucker. So yeah, that's what Ben Simmons is
do they still
going
let
through.
you come back the next game? They'd be like, where the fuck were you? You'd be like,
I'm sure they're not going to be happy.
Late night. I'm good though now, and
you
I'm
might
not
get
gonna miss
fined.
any.
Yeah, there's been players that miss games. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen often.
How much do they fine you?
I don't know. It's up to the team.
Oh,
so, yeah. I mean, they could be 5,000, 10,000, 25,000. I don't know. Because you're talking about $400,000 a check, so they got to make it.
Wait. Okay. So this number that they paid this guy, is that like an average amount that people get paid for this?
This is not. This is a good contract. This is not.
This is above average.
Yeah, this is above. He's a good player. He's still young. He's considered one of the best young big men in the league right now. So
I guess my next question:
it's not the norm.
Who is the cheapest player in the league? Like, how much does that guy make? Being like, I'm getting paid the least.
I think there's veteran minimums. I think of like $2 million a year, or something like that.
So that would be $2 million divided by
82 games.
82 games.
Yeah, so 2 zeros. Yeah, 0.
24,000 is the bare minimum. So then what are we
That's like
saying?
a veteran probably, but it could be less. I mean, you could be talking about some guys on the bench maybe getting 200,000, 300,000, maybe 500,000, like that. So I don't know what the minimum is right now, but it keeps going up.
So then the median, so if this guy is above average and he's getting 400 and something, what did I say? 400, and I don't even have that number anymore. 405,000 was it?
Wait, say that again?
How much did we say it was per game?
420?
Was it 20?
I don't know.
That's a good number.
It's always in my mind.
Let's just say, so 400,000 per game is the high. Like, that's like, oh shit, right? So then the median is probably like half of that.
No, it's... I don't know what the... I have to research. Let me get back.
I could just Google it.
Okay. I was going to say on our next NBA 30-minute segment, I'll do some research into NBA salaries, but yeah, do a NBA minimum salary. Yeah, what's an NBA minimum salary?
Oh, their salaries are actually ranked.
Oh, so you can see the guy that's getting paid the least. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so is this per season then?
This would be per season. Everything's per season.
Wow. So the highest paid person is 48 million
a
year.
Yes, that sounds right.
And so 48.
And who is that player?
Stephen Curry.
Steph
Curry.
Yeah.
But his name's Steven.
It's Steph.
Is it Stephen?
Yeah, it's Steph.
Is Stephen?
Yeah.
Oh.
But people just call him Steph.
Okay. Steph Curry.
Yeah, it's spelled. Yeah, I can see how you.
So 48 million.
Divided by 82 games. Yeah.
So he makes $585,000 a game. Okay. And so out of this, we have 454 results. So
that's about right. Yeah.
12 pages, 454 results. So what's 454 divided by 2? 227. So we want number 227. So who is this guy, 227? How much is he getting paid a year? And then we'll know what the median is based on that simple math. Am I right or am I wrong?
Let's see what you come up with. I want to see this guy.
So that would be number 247 is Chandler Hutchinson from San Francisco. He plays on the Suns. And he's getting paid $4 million. So 4 million divided by 82, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's $48,000 a game.
Word. I want to see the last guy. Yeah.
The least amount. Oh no. Oh man. He's barely going to make it. Oh, poor dude. All right. The number 454.
Who is he? What's his name?
Is DeAndre Bembry.
Never heard of him.
On the Milwaukee Bucks.
Word.
Oh man, this poor dude.
What's he getting?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
What's he getting? All right, tell me once you calculate. Tell me the yearly.
I'm gonna give you his exact.
Tell me the yearly and then break it down the game. But it's still probably not bad. Whatever that amount is, I would gladly take.
Yeah. No, I would totally agree.
I would be happy.
The least paid player here, according to this.
And what team does he play for?
NBA salaries 2022 to 2023. He plays for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You said that.
He is. I guess it's ranked. That's what so he's ranked 454. DeAndre Bembry. He gets paid $518,000. Well, $518,021 a year.
Yeah, I told you, man.
Divided by 82, he makes $6,317 a game.
Wait, how much?
$6,317 a game.
And think about this. They play, almost every other night.
Yes.
So,
I mean, 82 paychecks in a year, that's more than That's more paychecks than I get a year.
In a week, he probably gets 3 to 4 paychecks. Probably more likely 3.
I just feel really bad because, like, so the number 453, Kiefer Sykes of the Indiana Pacers, 558,345, right? But then we go to number 452, Jaden Hardy, Dallas Mavericks. He's making tied actually with Max Christie, Los Angeles Lakers, $1,017,781. So it's like a huge gap from those last two people to where everyone else is now making millions. And this is a couple pages worth of millions as they go up to 2 million. So it's like before we hit the 2 million mark, we don't hit 2 million until we get to number 338. So nearly 100 people before we can get to the 2 million mark.
Yeah. I had this discussion with one of the DJ Los. I had this discussion because he was talking shit.
Oh shit!
He was talking some shit about DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, I said it, DJ Los. I'm gonna put you on blast for a second.
Well, see, the thing is that I totally.
Hold on.
Okay,
so
yeah. Go for it.
So he was talking some shit like, man, I can't believe Ayton's getting paid this much. I can't believe he's gonna get a contract like this. I can't believe it. He don't deserve this. And I was like, all right, let me put this in perspective. I was listening to one of his NBA former players, and he was talking about it. He was like, all these people keep talking all this stuff about players making this, players making that. They don't, this is too much money. Just remember the collective bargaining agreement that the players have with the owners is that the salaries that they're paid is half of the money that's being made. So you have 400 and something players in the league. So all those players get half of the money that's generated. And how many owners do you have in the league? You have how many teams are in the NBA? 20-something teams?
Oh, shit.
So there's a number of NBA teams. 30. That's what it was. So you got 30 owners getting the other 50% of the money. So how much are they making?
Lots.
A lot of money. So before you...
give me a team. Which team?
Golden State. Golden State makes a lot of money. What are you putting in? How much does Golden State owner make?
Yeah. So according to Forbes, Lockup's net worth as of May 30th, 2022 is $1.5 billion. Lockup made the majority of his money from working at venture capital. Oh, okay. Oh, so that doesn't really tell us how much he made.
Forbes is just telling you how much his net worth is, but you want to know how much he makes as an owner.
Yeah. Let's see.
A lot. Let's just say a lot. But
July, blah 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 blah.
Oh, but
they don't want to tell you how much they make.
They don't. But anyways,
I guess we could. Well, that doesn't give us a fair estimate either. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
But anyways, that's just a little bit of story about NBA salaries and kind of explaining that part of it. But to get back to DeAndre Ayton, so Indiana Pacers, they offered him this 4-year, $133 million contract. We have that restriction on him. So as of right before this podcast aired, the Suns had exactly 48 hours to match the deal, and they did. They matched it almost within hours of it being announced.
So they did match it.
Yeah, they matched it. So he's going to stay with the Suns.
And that's good, right?
Yeah, that's good. We don't want to let good players leave, we could use him for sure. He's a talent.
I'm curious who the highest paid Suns player is. Who would you guess? You probably know, but who would you guess?
I think Booker. I think Booker's the highest.
All right, let's see. I'm going to go down those lists until I see
Chris Paul could be up there, but
yep, Booker at $33,833,000. Devin Booker, and the next Suns on this. Let me just do a control find. Suns. Wow. The next Suns on our list is, who would you think?
The next highest player on the Suns? Chris Paul.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you got it. Okay, who's the third?
Third highest?
I should at least tell you how much Chris Paul makes.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is making $28.4 million
this year. It varies year to year too. They can make.
We're on the most current 2022 to 2023 season.
Yeah, so you can. Their contracts will go up. You know, sometimes it's escalating, so they could make 40 this year, 50 next year, 60 the next. You know, they can go up. Let's see, who is third on the Suns? If I had to guess, Jay Crowder maybe. Is number 3.
Is that your guess? Is that your final answer?
It could be Mikal Bridges.
Who do you pick?
I'll say Mikal.
It's Mikal.
Yeah. Is Crowder number 4 on the team? Or is it
I don't know. Mikal Bridges makes $20.1 million.
He just got a new contract, so
is that what the contract was? I'm assuming that ESPN would want to stay up to date on this list.
Oh yeah, that's the most up to date. That's the correct numbers. So whatever you see on ESPN, that's for sure the right.
There are no Suns in this page.
Can't you filter by team? You can't filter by team?
They don't seem to have any of that, and every time I click on the team, it just takes me to them. Okay. Then Crowder.
Yeah.
And then, so what is that? We're on top 4?
That's 4, yeah.
Do you want me to keep going?
Number 5.
Crowder is at 10.1 million, so that's a big difference. But in their top 3.
It's a jump, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4th on the list for the Suns
was Crowder.
Or number 5, I mean, I would guess maybe who? I think Lamont Shamet, I think, might be the 5th highest.
Lamont Shamet? I have Laundry.
Oh, Laundry
Shamet.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, you're good. Do you want to keep going? I want to know if you can get the top 10. Like, you've had them pretty much good.
Oh, man. You're pushing it now, man.
Yeah, and this text is way too small for this man to read across the room. I know that for a fact.
No, I know my players. I know what they're worth. If I had to guess number 6, it might be... I want to say Cam Johnson, but it might be... it might actually be Campaign, but
so what's your final answer?
Can you answer this? Is it one of those guys? Can you say that, or am I totally off?
I don't know if I should give you lifelines.
Okay,
like
fine. That's fair. I haven't missed any, so let's go with.
I think I was incorrect in thinking these were cities they're from or something, but I guess, do you want your one and only lifeline for this whole game? The game right now is to see how far you can get.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me think about the roster for a second.
I can read you the teams, I guess. The people.
Oh, you know what? I know who it is. It's Dario Saric. Is he he's the next one?
Yes. Yes. It was Dario Saric.
Yeah. I'm good at this game, dude.
Okay. So that's where we at? That's
number 6.
That was number 6.
Yeah.
So 4 more to get to 10.
Number 7. Oh my God. Now this is where I think it might be Campaign. I'll go with Campaign. I might be wrong.
Cameron Payne?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, number 8.
Okay.
Shoot. Oh man, this is gonna be tough because some of these salaries. I mean, Cam Johnson. I'll go Cam Johnson.
It is Cam Johnson.
Okay.
It is Cam Johnson. Wow, you were on a roll. That's so crazy. I don't know. This is crazy to me because I have no idea who these people are. But like, I guess to anyone else listening out there, you're a fucking dumbass. Of course, obviously, duh. Everybody knows this.
No. I think still, even Suns fans might be. It would be hard to guess. I think. I'm thinking. I just know. I follow the Suns enough. I know kind of where they rank on the team.
Can you get
number 9 or 10?
So we're on number 9 now.
Are we? Oh man, this is gonna be tough because now we're getting into like some bench players.
We didn't even mention the salaries for those other ones.
Yeah, I'm just in my head. I'm just ranking players.
Right.
So I'm not even thinking about salaries. I'm more just ranking them by talent, and that's I think how.
I think that's how they're being paid. Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, that's obviously how the
It doesn't look like this is
organization.
too hard to figure out, but as far as
The
talent equals money. So
Yeah. Number 9's tough, man, because now we're getting into deep bench players, and we have some guys that don't. Who could it be? We just picked up a center. It could be that guy. Who is it? Tell me. I don't know.
You don't want to take any guesses?
Because there's just so many bench players. Like, I don't know how they're ranking those guys because they don't play as much, and people have been moving. Some people have left. So
I mean, you're so close. I'd hate to see you just give up. So why don't you just name a name you know?
I'll say the new center that we got, and I cannot remember his name. That's also why I'm blanking. The dude from the Spurs. I'm blanking on his name.
New center from Spurs.
Well, he came from the Pacers.
Oh, from Pacers?
Yeah. Suns Pacers trade. No, put Suns Pacers trade.
Okay.
And I'll give you a name. He's new, so I didn't remember his name, but he might not get it.
Phoenix Suns, DeAndre Ayton signing 4 year, and that's all that comes up. Max ownership.
Yeah, that's all that's going to come up right now. Just for time's sake, just tell me what the last two are.
Okay. You sure you don't know any other names?
Nah,
huh?
go for it. I'm blanking.
Torrey Craig.
Torrey Craig
is number 9.
Yeah,
so
was
you got up
blanking.
to 8. I think that's pretty good.
I was blanking on him.
That's at 5 million.
And
5.1 million. And then
less.
our number 10 on Phoenix Suns salaries is. Do you want to try this one?
No, go for it.
Chandler Hutchison.
Chandler, is he a center?
SF. Does that mean something forward? Small forward?
No, I wouldn't have guessed him. No. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. We're getting into deep bench players. I wouldn't have guessed him. He looks. He might be decent. He wasn't on the Suns.
Born in '96.
I don't remember him on the Suns last year. So
Draft info 2018 round 1, pick 22. Is that what that means? PK.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick 22.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah. Good news. Suns happy. I'm happy. We kept our center. We need a center. Everybody needs a center. Even though this league has turned into a 3-point contest, you still got to have big men in the middle, because if you don't, people will drive. They'll just think they can go and dunk it or lay it up.
Should they make the hoop higher?
There's been talk about changes to the game,
or maybe make the court longer.
There's been talk about making it longer and wider. Because you have to think about when this game was created, and Dr. Naismith, he was a doctor who invented the sport of basketball. That was a long time ago, and players were definitely not as big and athletic as they are now. So, there's been talking about widening the court. They do have kind of a wider court in international play, so there is more space, but they've been definitely talking about that. As far as the hoop, I don't think they'll ever make it taller. That's going to be kind of weird. They have been talking about making an extra line, though, because so many people shoot threes and they're shooting them deeper and deeper. So there has been talk about a 4-pointer.
Wouldn't that be half court? Can they just do that?
Pretty much. I mean, it would just. It
I
would
don't
be.
know. What are there? Because it would just be between.
It would be
3-point
between
line
the
and
half
half
court and the 3-point line somewhere.
Damn.
And that would be a
ridiculous
shot.
3-pointers is becoming easy. I mean, even I'd done them.
I don't want to talk, but it's pretty easy for me.
I could do it. It took me 20 tries, but I got there.
At this point, my
arm hurt for days, though.
Hey, dude, you should come out to the court with us. Me, Zerk, and Rob. We play basketball. We haven't been out in a while because it's been so hot.
So fucking hot.
Dude.
We can get up at 4 a.m. and go.
It's still going to be high 90s. Oh, man, it's so hot right now. But we were playing a lot more in early January, February time frame, March. Even October, November, December, those are good times to play. Get up early in the morning
when it's nice and normal outside.
A little chilly. You get some morning sun.
Yeah.
They say, I mean, there's been a lot of research on morning sun and how it's so much better for your skin than just midday or end day. Just something about the way the sun
it's not
projects.
Directly trying to kill you.
Something about the rays, the early morning rays. I don't know what it is, but it reacts to our skin, and we're able to absorb the early morning and how much beneficial it is for our skin.
I just watched this video I thought was interesting. Is like, you ever look at like, you know, they show like pictures of people in high school in like the 70s or the 80s or some shit. And you look at them and they're like, damn, they looked so fucking old. And then you look at your high school photos and you're like, I looked young as fuck. Why do people in the past look so old? And I guess a lot of it attributes to just the way we grow up now, that we're actually starting to live longer and we're staying young longer. So, and the reasoning is a lot of stuff like we use a lot more sunscreen than they did back then. You know, protect ourselves from
sun protection.
From the sun. We have different nutritional intake than they did growing up back then. Different ways you were raised and the chemicals you're around and all that bullshit.
I would say a factor would be cigarettes too.
Cigarettes, yes, definitely. That was something that was
cigarettes
mentioned.
Were big in
everybody smoked cigarettes.
60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s.
They were smoking cigarettes since like the 50s.
Yeah, so I mean that definitely fucks your skin up, man. So that could be a big factor too. But yeah, you know, I think health wise, we're definitely getting more knowledgeable and better at taking care of ourselves. And the advancements in technology and medicine have definitely made us made people that maybe would have not made it or live as long are now living longer than they would have. But you know what's funny though, with all the well, it's not funny, but you know what's interesting is that with all the, you know, technological advancements that we still are living, we haven't increased the overall age or age limit that we're going to. It's still 100. It's still around 100. So we haven't been able to like get to
the only thing
more people
I can
to
think
like
of is
150 or 200, you know.
The only solution to age is going to be like the bionic man type thing.
No, there is research into, they've identified a gene that makes us age. So they're researching like some medicines and some shots that would stop that gene from activating, because age, the way we think about age, we just think we're getting old, but it's actually something that's being triggered in us to make us age.
Why do we trigger ourselves to age?
Well, that's what they're going to figure out. They're going to end up stopping it. I want to say I found an article. It's going
to cost a lot of money.
Well, in the beginning, it's only going to be people that can afford it.
Are you kidding me? They're just going to like, you know, fucking, you can get it on Medicare and shit. No. The rich are going to hold on to it so that we can all die off and they can live forever.
But if you had access to it, would you take it? Would you live to 200, 250?
Yeah, why not?
You would?
If I'm stopping the aging, yeah. Like, I don't have to live as 200.
I mean, it's still
looking
not gonna...
like the you remember the SpongeBob where he goes to sell chocolate and he's like, "Oh, ma'am, is your mother home?" And it's an old lady who answered the phone, and then all of a sudden you get that scary skeleton, like mummified fish lady in the wheelchair that comes out and speaks to him. That shit scared me as a kid.
Well, dude, it's not gonna make you live longer. It's gonna stop the aging process. So I mean, you could still die.
You could die from unnatural causes.
You could still get hit by a car,
or you could get some disease and die
an
from
illness or something.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, if you gave me the option to retain my youth longer,
you would do it.
Then yeah, fuck yeah, why not? Wouldn't you? Yeah,
for sure, I would take it. But I just think about like, the longer you live, the more people you see die, even
but if I have that access to it, then I'm assuming the majority of people I know are going to have that access to it.
Yeah. But let's assume everyone takes it. You're still going to see people die,
Well, yeah.
Because you might even see more of your family die than you would have, like your daughter's daughter, like something crazy, like an infant dying, or, something that you would have seen down the line, like that's what I'm saying. I think
by that point you start to get used to it. I mean, I think
you just family's family, dude. It's gonna affect you. You're gonna be
yes, it's gonna suck, and you're gonna mourn.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the downfalls of it. The longer you live, the more people that you have to see past.
See, if this happens, I think we also have to be living on different planets, because then we're just gonna have a population issue.
You think so?
Yes, because if people are living longer and they're still breeding more people,
there's definitely going to be more people.
We're going to start becoming more overpopulated. We're already hugely overpopulated.
I've listened to some scientists that talk about overpopulation and how it's being overblown, and that we can support more people on this planet than what they talk about sometimes. So I don't know. It's hard to like. Yes,
but then they say that in the means of like the basic necessities. But like, if I'm gonna be living for 200 years, I'm gonna be like, I want to live in a nice house, be cool, man, in a good neighborhood.
It would. I would want to do it because I would want to be able to explore different things. Like think about like all the other
travel and other things.
Well, no, it's just like all the other occupations you can have too. Like, hey, I think
you're gonna do it to have multiple different jobs.
Yeah, it's basically living more lives.
I just want to have more than like 40 years of retirement.
I don't want to retire, dude. I want to. What if you want to spend your time? You want to spend 20 years as a park ranger, and just dealing with parks and animals and being out in nature. You're like, I feel.
Why have to do the responsibilities of the ranger when you could just, go live as a hermit or a camping enthusiast?
That's fine. That too. If you want to explore, just living in the woods. Like what would that be like? And you spend so much time in the woods, chopping wood.
Spend like 5 years in the woods,
10 years, 20 years. You got time. You could explore these different things, or maybe, hey, I think I want to be.
I don't think I want to spend 20 years in the woods, but I could do like a couple years in the woods. Been like, yeah, I lived in the woods.
I think it would be cool. I think you would like it more than you think too, man. The calmness.
Well, maybe if I eventually start loving it, and then I leave the woods, and then I go experience other things, and then I'm like, what I miss? What? I miss the woods. I think I'm gonna go spend the rest of my life in the woods. At that point, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, I feel like you could live multiple lives. Like what if you wanted to like go back to school and be a doctor? You could just go back to school and like learn, and then be a doctor. And then. I don't know. I feel like you could have multiple lives in one life at that point,
Well, cool. Yeah, you're living from our perspective 2 separate, lifespans. If we're going to 200
or 300 or 400.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Like
now you're able to intergalactic travel because you have all these extra years.
That's what I said earlier. We need to add different planets because there's going to be more people.
Yeah, you'll be able to.
If every human lived to be 400 and we keep reproducing humans, like.
On the subject of technology and what they have been studying. So I just read an article. The Oxford University did a study on the reproductive system. So what have you always heard as an adult or even growing up in sex ed is that the male chooses the
oh, I know what you're talking about, that the sperm
impregnates the egg
to be the one to get in first.
So the fastest sperm reaches
the egg, and that's the fighter that won in and shit.
Yeah.
But now
so
they're
the gender is determined by the male. They always said that. Like,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, people would say like, oh, the males are the ones that determine the sex of the baby, because it's their sperm, and that's always been said, right?
No, well, I don't know that one.
Well, because they have the sperm.
I knew that they were saying that like the fastest sperm reaches the egg, and that's who wins, the fastest one.
Yeah. So people have interpreted it that way. Is what I'm saying.
I know the article you're speaking about. This is where they said that it's actually
so
hold
on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
dude. You want to take it over?
You want to just spoil what I'm saying?
Well, I thought that's what you're trying to get to.
I am.
My bad. Okay, educate me.
Next time you start that, I'm just kidding. So yeah, anyway, I was just setting the table so people understood. But yeah, so Oxford University did the study, and they did determine that the egg actually chooses the sperm. So it's not. They debunked the fastest sperm to the egg theory. That even though there's a bunch of sperm outside of the egg will determine what sperm is allowed. So yeah, that theory or that idea has been debunked.
Yeah, damn sexist scientists were thinking men had to choose everything.
Yeah, people would give Kobe Bryant shit and be like, "Oh, you only had girls." Ooh, like, I remember, someone talking stuff to him.
They said that shit to him.
Well, it's a thing that people say, when you only have one gender,
I don't know.
Oh, you only can have boys or you only can have girls, like it's the man's fault. I would never have
thought about that. I guess those are people who are sexist.
And then if you even go back to like medieval times and kings and queens and stuff like that.
They definitely were sexist.
If the wife or the queen did not bear a son, he would like kill them.
Henry VIII.
Yeah, he would.
Or did he just kill them just because he's bored? But I don't. Yeah, like he would kill them so he'd have the reason to marry someone else to try to have an heir.
Yeah, and he would definitely blame, and that people would be like, "Oh, that was stupid. Why did he blame the?" Well, now we have science to back up. He was right.
He was right.
Well, I mean,
he was right.
It wasn't right to kill them, but
no,
he was right in the theory.
He was right to blame them.
He was right in the theory that the woman.
How did you flip this around to now we're blaming women for having?
We're not blaming them, but we're saying
they did blame them, the sexist kings of the past.
They did lie the blame on the female.
Were they wrong? No.
Should
they have blamed them? Maybe not polite. That wasn't a polite thing.
It definitely wasn't. The punishment part of it was
like,
definitely
not. Man, I'm sorry. But I mean, it's not like a woman consciously decides it.
No.
But maybe they do subconsciously, like what they did with the light.
Who knows? But we do know that the egg is choosing. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't know exactly where that choice is coming from. We don't know if it's just a type of egg or what. It could just be. I mean, all the eggs that a woman has is always in their body when they're born. So a woman's eggs they only have a certain number.
I wonder if the egg has like a character creation sheet and it's pretty much just like flipping through different sperm, being like, this ain't gonna match, right?
Something has to be triggered, right? It has to recognize that, oh, this is a good sperm this is a good match.
I feel like I'm coming through real low here. I'm gonna get real close into this.
I think you're fine, dude.
Is that better?
I think it's time. What are we at?
Oh, we're at an hour and 41 minutes.
Oh man, we've done. You know what it was? It was the NBA minute, man. It was more like
the NBA hours. Well, we got to start changing it too.
NBA hour.
NBA hour with Random Styles.
Oh man. Well, we did get deep into salaries, but
we had a good little fucking game in that, man. I think you did really well. I mean, if I'm ever on like a show where I gotta like answer questions and they give me a lifeline, I'll call you and I'll be like, hey, who's the fifth highest paid salary on the Suns?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I guess there we go. I showed some expertise into what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he knows his shit, people.
Yeah, I know some shit.
And you were all saying he didn't.
I know. I hear it. I see the comments.
How's our social media going?
I don't know.
You're supposed to be in charge of that shit.
No.
Throw some handles out. What's our handles?
It's definitely not. It's coming up, man. It's getting there. Random. Not random. Digital Cortex Pod is the name of the Instagram handle. So if anybody's wondering, they want to see what's going on. I've been trying to post stuff.
I need to change the bio of our podcast
RSS feed.
Yeah, where the description of what our podcast is, to put our handle in there.
Okay.
So people know.
Yeah. Put our Instagram in there.
But you can follow us at Digital Cortex Pod.
POD. At the end.
Yes.
And if you put Digital Cortex, you'll find it.
You should find us. Our logo is the same, I believe, everywhere we've posted.
Try to keep it
as simple.
Yeah, simple, same.
We're simple people. We got simple needs.
I wanted Digital Cortex Instagram, but somebody has it already, and they're not even using it.
No, bullshits.
I mean, if we get
Bolsheviks.
maybe if we get verified one day, we can get it or something.
Yeah, we could be like, yo, give us that shit because we're so cool.
Yeah, maybe I'll send him a message.
We got Instagram. What else we got?
That's it for right
That's
now.
it.
I mean, I'll make a Twitter. I can make a Twitter.
I feel like all the kids are on Twitter.
Are they? You're not even on social media. What are you
I'm not on social media at all.
What are you talking about?
You looked at me like, are they? No, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shut the fuck up.
That's incorrect.
That's incorrect.
No, I'm starting with Instagram, but I'll soon
That's
have
a good one.
I'll soon have a Twitter. And
That's our generation's
maybe
TikTok.
you can tweet at us.
Tweet us. Tweet.
All right, man.
All right.
This has been a hoot.
This has been a Digital Cortex production. All right. My name is Steven.
Random Styles.
Later.